This season is going to be extremely dark in tone, kind of like what the actual season 3 tried to do and failed miserably. This will have Supergirl confront major obstacles with the main villain of Lilith in the second half of the season, who is the mother of all demons. The first half of the season will have Maxwell lore come back as a villain. I'm also going to decrease the amount of episodes from 20 to 16 because I think this season won't need as many episodes. The first half of the season will have Supergirl and Steel squaring off against Lord. Irons, in his businessman persona, will try to befriend Lord, try to get on his good side, and that whole thing. Lord will keep trying to defeat Supergirl and will eventually have his own reason for defeating her rather than just avenging Lex's imprisonment. I think a good reason is that maybe she doesn't deserve to be the legacy of Superman, or maybe that despite defeating him each and every time, he is smarter than her and wants to prove that and doesn't think she is as smart as he is. Something like that. Throughout the arc, Lord will use Bizarro to try and kill Supergirl, and they'll square off a bunch of times. Maybe Lord will have more of a role in trying to kill Supergirl, a la a Lex Luthor inspired power suit, but that might be a bad idea due to people making comparisons to Lord and Luthor. Plus, we want Lord to be sort of a puppeteer rather than at the forefront. At the end of the 8-episode arc, Lord escapes capture once again, and due to a momentary lapse of reason, Supergirl kills him. Yep, I'm killing off Lord, but he'll come back into play soon enough because nobody in comics stays dead. Because of this, Supergirl is now a murderer, and she can't do anything about it. She retreats to the Fortress of Solitude, maybe to cleanse her mind or something. This is where Clark's note comes into play, but we'll get to that. For this 8-episode arc, we'll also be dealing with the extension of the Super Family with another hero in Steel. Linda and Irons will have sort of a brotherly sisterly back and forth. Olsen will still be a major part of the show. He'll sort of be an extension of Linda's human side, as well as promoting good press about Supergirl. She's still dealing with the hatred of many people, but is still staying strong. There could be various people saying, "You don't deserve to wear his crest," and that sort of thing, feeding into the development of Kara trying to be her own hero. With that leading up to her killing Lord and getting that overwhelming hatred like she did in Season 1, but even more so. Like she can't even go outside without getting nearly killed and that sort of thing. Hence her retreat into the Fortress of Solitude. I'd also like to state that there is an episode in the 8-episode arc to satisfy the Crisis on Earth X crossover. I didn't put one in for last season mainly because Supergirl's episode was barely a part of it, so I could tack on the tease with Cisco and Barry on any episode during that season. Then, the 8-episode arc, which will finish out the season, now introduces Lilith, who is behind Supergirl killing Lord, possessing her and killing him. The next 2 to 3 episodes maybe has Steel battling against demons causing chaos in Metropolis. Meanwhile, Supergirl is trying to go over the events of what happened and try to figure everything out. Try to figure out why she would do what she did despite having no inclination to kill Lord previously. She can't figure it out because maybe Lilith made her believe she was doing it herself or something. Plus, she's dealing with the consequences of her actions, and this death will haunt her for the rest of the show. But then she finds Clark's note, which is a hologram of an older looking Clark. Maybe you could have Tom Welling play the part. Maybe not, so it doesn't confuse people. Just don't get Tyler Hoechlin because he fucking sucks. It states that due to the message that his parents left, he knew she existed, but was unsure whether or not she would ever come to Earth or even see this message. All he knows is that whatever she's doing, whether she's a hero or not, she'll always do the right thing and make him and the House of El proud no matter what mistakes she makes, and other such inspiring phrases. It will be in the vein of that, and it will cause her to go back to Metropolis, albeit reluctantly at first, and see the destruction Lilith has caused. She is joined by Irons, and they realize they'll need more help, so they call in Martian Manhunter, and maybe Barry from Season 1. Could be a fun little cameo. I also thought about maybe having a Superwoman come in, whether that be Lana Lang or Lucy Lane. Not sure just yet, although I think that would be later down the line. This arc will be in the next 5 or 6 episodes with having a plan, it failing a couple times, then calling in backup and whatnot. They eventually defeat her, but only because in the ultimate sacrifice, Supergirl is taken down to hell with Lilith, and that is where the season ends, and this video. Tune in to find out what happens next.